Hey everybody, welcome to Community Service Podcast. I'm on tour always. No rest for the weekend. This week I'm in Pleasanton, California, followed by Sacramento. And then Seattle, Beverly, Massachusetts. Seattle's not in Massachusetts, it's in Washington. Not DC. Boy, this is intro, huh? Anyways, today's guest, I love these OG women. They've been in the game a long goddamn time. They're absolutely hilarious. This gets cracking out the gate. Our guest today is Shawn Pelofsky and Vicki Barbolak. God, I hope I pronounced that. Yeah, I did it right. And they have a new podcast called The Hot Tub Time Machine. What is it called? Trailer Trash Diaries.
Trailer Park Diaries?
Trailer Park. It'll be in the links provided. They're hilarious. Check out their new podcast. I'll get the name right one of these days. I love you all. Tune in right now. Like and subscribe. Hey.
Thank you. What are you drinking, Craig?
Mud water. With black cherry or watermelon mint?
Perfect.
I'm just kidding. It is
Master Cleanse?
liquid IV. I wish I need to do that. Liquid IV Energy. It's my favorite. Gives you a little tweaky.
Oh.
Makes you pee at bars on the way down. You know
Thank
what I'm talking
you.
about.
They're lucky I didn't just go on their door.
You should have. You rolling? You getting this? This is
Yeah.
the outtakes. Here, take that thing. Yeah, it moves and stuff. Here you go. I get the handheld. Look at this
Look at
production.
that.
My
This
hair
is
got
really
stuck.
fancy.
I can't hear myself, Chris. I feel weird. I always wear the headphones.
We were talking about what was the real reason Vicki stopped at a bar.
You had to get a little shot in.
I would have loved a shot.
Shot a Chardonnay.
I had more to give than to get, though, in that moment. I'm serious. I would have got a drink just to be polite, but I mainly was there to deposit. But it didn't happen.
I stopped at a bar, and I took a poop at Crimson in San Pedro, California, and the lights were off. And I had explosive diarrhea because I'm sensitive, and we ate at a Moroccan restaurant for my sister's birthday. And then the lights were off, and it was, and then I was like, I gotta go. And I went to the bathroom, and I flushed, and it was explosive diarrhea. Normally this is for the end of the podcast, but you inspire me,
Thank you so
Vicki.
much.
You inspire
We're starting off
me.
with
Bring that
explosive diarrhea.
And then I just hear the water splashing in the darkness. I'm shitting in the dark, by the way, just the darkness. And then I just don't know what to do, and I just leave. And I just flooded it with diarrhea water.
What can you do at that point? You don't have a towel?
Yeah, what am I
Can't
going to
take
do?
your shirt off and
I'm
clean
not a
their
plumber.
bathroom?
You're not getting this
No.
jacket.
So it
This
wasn't
is Carhartt.
flushing?
No, I shit. I flushed, and it went up, and I heard it spill. And this is all in darkness, and I'm just like this.
So you were
Oh.
standing in your own duty.
Yeah, and then I just left.
You know what's weird about these?
Sure.
These little watches?
You weren't invited back to that bar, were
No,
you?
I don't believe I've been back.
These little watches can light up a toilet room perfectly. You can see your shit.
Oh, see?
I did it
I
last
need to
night.
get a watch.
Yeah,
I need
I'm
to
like,
get a
did I
watch.
get everything? I just checked it out. No,
Yeah.
but I'm tired anyway. But I was able to see that I didn't want to go back to that bathroom last night.
So you pissed on the door?
No,
Just
no,
kidding.
today
I
at the
heard you
bar.
say that.
I
But listen,
would've.
you don't even know all the
This is
places that Vicki Barbolak has pissed. I have been witness.
And that's-
Vicki, are you going to tell this story,
And
or
that's why
shall I?
you got my respect.
Well, it's like she lives in Beverly Hills, and we're coming home from the WeHo one night, and it was like 2 a.m, and
We were walking.
And this is what I always do is if you piss and shit in planters, no one knows. You sit on the planter,
Okay.
and that it works. Oh, my daughter did it in Boston Commons. She faced the wrong way, but still, you can do it anywhere. You just
Hello.
sit,
Look
you
at that.
sit-
This is a girl shitting
you
in the bush.
sit-
Wow.
you sit in the planter like you're relaxing.
Okay.
You just gently take your pants down a
And
little
in
bit.
front of a
I had a
per-
skirt on, so it's totally
Yeah. Oh my
nobody
God.
could see a thing. And then
one
I'm
could
starting
see
to
a
pee.
thing.
No one notices except
It's
Shanika's
Beverly
yelling,
Hills. It's
You're
a-
pissing in Beverly Hills in front of a rug store.
On Robertson.
Like it doesn't matter.
A
No
Persian
one
rug
knows. Shut
store.
up.
Vicki pulls up her leopard mini dress, and she goes, I can't hold it anymore, Shauna. Can I go, what
No
are you
one would
doing?"
have ever known.
And she goes, I'm just going to sit here. And I go, sit here on what? This
The
planter?
planter.
And it was like world's largest planter. And then she sat there just smiling. And I was like, there are people. There are
No one
people
would have
here.
known
tell.
had she
They
not
can't
yelled.
tell. She's sitting
You're
down.
pissing.
She's
in
sitting down.
Beverly
I
Hills.
was waiting for the
can't tell.
Beverly
I
Hills
see no
Popo
problem.
to show up and take us to jail.
No, there was.
Yeah,
they
the-
would never.
there
Unless
was
you
no-
would have not. If you would have just kept it quiet.
Yeah, keep your
No
cool.
one would have known.
You can't keep a.
You stand in
She's a
front of her and you go,
grown-ass
what are you
woman.
looking at? It's Bush League over here. Oh, yeah, that's respect.
Class
right there.
act, we are.
Planters are.
That's a real woman.
That's
right
like
there.
that's like that's like a community's way of saying it's okay to go to the bathroom here. That's what a planter's for.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and I love you for it.
Yeah.
God bless. That's so funny to me. Do you know? I feel like I just compelled. Do you guys know about torpedoes? I feel like I should tell them about torpedoes.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
My mom, she always pisses when she laughs, coughs, or sneezes. So she makes and poops a little bit, So
I'm looking forward to doing that.
yeah, you will. You
One
will.
day.
Yeah.
Probably in
Alright.
about a year. Got a year till I shit when I sneeze.
So
Go
she
ahead.
makes I guess this is just where we're going, but this is so funny. God bless. She makes torpedoes out of toilet paper or paper towels, and she wads them up to look the shape of a torpedo. That's why they got their nickname. And She
Okay.
puts one in the front and one in the back. And my entire life growing up, I always found these fucking torpedoes like on the floor because she would just
They
forget
drop out
about
of
them.
her
They drop
pants.
out.
They drop out of her
One time
pants.
they drop out
Hilarious.
of my aunt's pant leg in Vegas, and she
Oh my
started
God.
kicking her leg because she thought it was like a rat or something. She was going like a bug, and she's going and then she flicked it out, and it hit the casino wall and slid down, and then all of us were like, oh, and then we just walked away from her.
Jackpot!
We don't know you, Norma. Get your skid marked torpedo out of this casino.
I love your family. That's beautiful.
This is the win,
You're
God
giving
damn
us
it.
ideas.
I know it's a really great thought, and I just love the tradition in your family of the torpedoes.
Yeah.
Just makes me,
My
look
cousin
forward.
Lulu picked one up and smelled it one time, swore on my life.
What?
Well, I bet.
Because she didn't have her glasses on. She's like, what is this? And it was my sister's torpedo, and my sister just couldn't stop laughing. She was going to warn her, but when you laugh so hard, you can't. She's like, ah. And then she went, oh, and she knew what it was. And then they just...
So these are all your mother's torpedoes.
No, I have a large Mexican family. A lot of women's torpedoes. It was a
So-
trick passed down from generation
So
to
everybody.
generation.
We're going to teach you how to make tamales and torpedoes. It's the two things you're going to learn as soon as you're 11. It's so cool.
You wrap the tamale, you wrap your pussy.
Some nights they get so loaded they get them confused, and you open up on Christmas Eve. Oh,
torpedo
fuck.
has chicken in it.
Inside the
Oh,
masa.
that
A
was-
torpedo.
That one's got a little extra protein in it there.
Spicy chicken.
Enjoy
I
your
love it.
placenta.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Getting hot in here.
I hope
Ooh,
people aren't eating
it's
while
a
they're.
party.
Sorry if you guys are at Del Taco right now.
All my
Imagine-
fans eat Del Taco. They're fine.
I love it, but if you, we kind of ruin the burrito.
The torpedo.
Torpedo.
I want to be invited to your family reunion. I'm just going to be
Yeah.
immersed
There's one in San
torpedoes.
Pedro actually coming up at a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, fun.
I gotta
You grew up around here, right? Like
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
South Bay, born and raised.
I really love it here.
Yeah, my family grew up in the projects in San Pedro and Harbor City, and they had two Mexican restaurants called El Gordos because they were big fat people,
Love it.
and they're called the Fatsos. And then they had the best. My grandma was from Chihuahua, so it was the best Mexican food. Oh, it ended in like the 90s. No one would take it over.
Oh, bummer.
Is there
I know.
anything better than Mexican food?
From a real no,
There
there's not.
isn't.
There's a bunch of frauds out here though. I know I look what I look like, but a lot of this shit is white. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like this isn't Mexican.
But good
You didn't
Mexican
make these
food.
tortillas, Guerrero.
Yeah,
My grandma was back there fucking.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have a
Yeah, oh, you're
tortilla
from
factory right by my
I was
like
gonna
trailer
say,
park.
You're San Diego.
Yeah.
Oceanside.
Yeah,
You got good.
We
good
really
shit.
do.
Yeah.
That's why I look
Close
like
to
this.
the border.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
come up here. They stop making it, and they go, grocery store is easier.
Shanika used to have a favorite place, Juanita's, right by
Juanita's.
the trailer park, and
And if their tacos are so good, I'd fuck them.
No.
They
Yeah.
are good.
it was so sad when they got
Try
the-
to fuck Oscar stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You ever have
Yes.
Oscar
Oh, yeah,
seafood? Oh, dollar
Oscars.
tacos
Oh,
3 to
yeah.
5 p.m.
I'm so hungry right now. So there's got to be some good taco places around here, though, right? It's got something, right?
You're in California.
No, I mean, yeah,
No?
Yes.
they're all whitewashed.
Oh,
And
no.
in this area, it's too bougie.
Oh, no, yeah.
Too many
You
gringos.
have like
Yeah.
one.
Any good trucks?
You gotta go to the hood.
No good trucks?
You gotta
or
go to
anything?
Wilmington,
Yeah.
East Side. I'm just kidding. That's my cousin's gangbang from there.
I like people
Jokes.
that just like my friend lives in Hancock Park. No, Highland Park, not Hancock.
Yeah,
Park.
well, they
Highland
got
Park.
good shit. They got good food.
And there was down the street from her was just this guy, and he had the little grill outside.
Oh
his
yeah,
house.
that's where it's at.
And there's no like rating. It's just like I just got a grill, and then you just decide, well, I don't know if like I'm gonna die from this, but it looks delicious.
Who cares if you do?
Yeah,
you die
I
happy.
die happy,
You die
man.
happy.
Exactly.
That's why carne asada is overcooked, is because they get rid of the parasites.
Yeah, that's like if I would like to get a parasite.
That's why it's good.
Because a parasite is good for like 60, 70 pounds.
At
Friends
least.
of mine get it. I never get a parasite. I've eaten
you
off
do,
the ground
I'm
in
making out with
Ensenada,
you.
just trying to get a weight loss thing going.
Yeah,
But
You're like, I just need 2 tapeworms and
that's
I'd
all
be set.
It
I
would
would
be
love
2
that.
tapeworms and we're back.
And then you get to
baby.
keep eating the whole time you're losing. You're constantly eating and eating and losing and losing.
would never complain.
But you can't get one if you want one.
Yeah.
Vicky, I think you should be like Oprah and start that diet. You know,
tapeworm
like the
diet?
tapeworm diet.
I would love to.
Yeah.
If anyone knows Vicki Barbolak comedy or Vicki Barbolak, or my phone number is 760-522-21. Call me because I really would love a tapeworm. If anyone knows how to get one, I'm all for it. Because I heard when it's done, you go in a bath of milk and the tapeworm comes out.
Bath of milk?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know if
milk.
that's a wives' tale,
You
but
put a little drop of milk on your tongue, it comes out, and you grab it and you pull it out.
and you put it in your torpedo and you throw it away.
Yeah. You heat it up in the microwave for like 4 to 6 seconds.
Or maybe you just smell a torpedo and it comes out.
I would love it.
Yeah, it comes out for the torpedo. Smells like a party. I'm coming out. Okay, maybe.
Starving.
How do we go to highbrow? I don't know.
We don't. We lower the bar here, Craig.
Sorry.
Good, that's fine.
The
That's fine.
trash is
I love
here.
it. I'm having a hoot.
Even that crystal can't fix us.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
What crystal?
Is that a crystal? What is it?
Yeah.
What crystal? That crystal is so big, Helen Keller could see that
Oh
crystal.
my God.
That-
World's biggest crystal.
I want to hump that crystal.
You
I
can.
don't know. It makes me just
You can for $8.
turned on. It's $8 the price to hump that? I paid 10. I would have paid 10. Okay.
12 of it comes with a taco.
It's salt. It's a salt lamp. Pink Himalayan sea salt.
Yeah.
Is that a crystal?
What does the pink Himalayan salt mean?
I eat it.
It comes from the pink Himalaya. No.
Yeah, but it
it's
has a meaning.
It's I believe it's from an area in Himalayas where it's unrefined, and that's why it's pink. And they don't bleach it. They don't do. It's natural. You get more nutrients out of it. It's good salt as opposed to the iodized
That's
salt
what
is bleached and blah blah blah.
we
You don't
only
get
eat
no
the-
minerals from
It's
it.
delicious too. It's what we eat at home.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
just like because it's pink.
But if we had to you wouldn't ruin
do
that
that.
with like a grater. No, you just go ahead and just, never mind. No, you just buy your own at the store.
Vicky's a chef, so you cook with pink salt, right?
Yeah, a long time ago I switched because somebody even fatter than me told me it was healthy. So the fatter people are, the more I listen to their diet advice. And so,
Try this pork rind diet I'm on. It's fantastic.
oh,
Just gotta get 2 tapeworms.
You better hide that crystal from Vicky. She's gonna break that down and
Vicky,
cook with
get off
it.
my crystal. Stop sitting
Sorry,
on my
Craig.
crystals. That's
Yeah.
my girlfriend's
now
crystal.
you're gonna.
You're not careful.
That's
She'll
my
steal
girlfriend's
it.
dildo.
She'll steal it.
Oh my God, that's terrible when you have to hide that stuff from me when I
Yeah,
come over.
she'll take
I
it. You
should've
gotta
told
watch
her.
out.
I'll smoke you out. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I don't have my little table. It's hard to do it, you know? I was going to put it in my legs. I knew I was going to squeeze it and just shoot myself. For the audio listeners, that was a video part of the show. You missed it. You missed it. Ooh.
They will run to a YouTube right away.
Do you feel like Craig's on a bad speed dating right now between you and I?
The best speed date I've ever been on in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. These other bitches. I'm just kidding.
That would be fun. Have you ever gone on a speed date? Any of you guys?
No,
What do you
I don't
mean?
think so. I mean, I've been on speed on a date.
been on speed.
Watch out now! You ever lose a tooth to meth, Vicki? You do live in the
I had
trailer.
a little one right
yeah,
here.
right there.
I never, obviously, I mean, I would have, that was one thing I never did. One of the only drugs I never did because, and then again, it would have been
Why not?
it would have been a weight loss situation.
Yeah.
But I couldn't risk that. Couldn't risk that.
You go over here
'cause all
trying to
my
get
clothes
tapeworms.
wouldn't
You ever
fit
heard
anymore.
of the old methamphetamine?
Meth would have been easier than tapeworms. I'm still.
Mary Meth Myth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm too scared. Too scared to do speed.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
But I mean, I'm too scared anyways. Like
Yeah.
I'm
No,
a
you-
big scaredy
You
cat.
on speed,
Nobody wants to
you'd be
see
like,
that.
Hey, don't do that. And you're like, we're on speed,
Yeah, I feel like I'm already on speed anyways. Like
Be like-
nobody like
You'll be like, hey, let's sweep up.
yeah, my husband's already like, you talk too much. And that's a terrible, like, my impression. He's
What,
Brazilian.
Is he has special needs?
Yeah, I know. That too. And most of the time I can't understand what he's saying, but he's like,
not supposed
but
to
I
laugh
can't
at that.
understand when he says, you talk all the time. You talk so much. Because I always say, like, say something. You're like the Brazilian mime. And he's like, well, that's because you talk all the time. You talk so much.
There's no need for me
You gotta
to
nail
speak.
that accent more, because I don't know what you're doing.
That's good enough. I'm not going to win the Academy
See,
Award today,
You like
Craig.
sound like
Actually-
Special Ed Thanos right now, dude.
Special Ed Thanos? You said Thanos?
You thought- Where are my rocks?
I need Stop it. Don't make me really do Special Ed Thanos.
Oh, we're all getting canceled from this. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna take my mud water away?
Hand me your gem.
Yeah. Can't cancel this. We live in a trailer park.
That's right.
That's right. It's trailer park living is kind of like living in COVID all the time.
Yeah.
Can't get canceled.
Yeah. Meals on wheels, baby.
There's nowhere to go down from here. You're already at the bottom.
Yeah. We going up.
Yeah. That is the best thing about my life. I cannot fail farther.
Yeah. What do you
love
mean?
that.
You killing it, girl.
No, but I love the idea of it. Just there's nothing I need. I got the free
No,
food
I'm going to
delivered
pass on your
twice
piss
a
water.
week.
I'm good. I can't.
Oh.
I can't drink anything that green.
It's greens.
It looks so healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's a
exactly
fish in
why
the
we
bottom
can't
of
drink
there.
it. We drink a lot of alcohol, Vicki and I, so we
I think
can't.
there's one something in there. It's been calling my name every night. For
I
the
got a
last
box
6
in the
months.
trunk if you guys want it.
I got a bunch of weed. I got mushrooms.
Oh, gosh.
Want to make the podcast make no sense?
Yes. I think we should.
I've never done mushrooms.
You should microdose. You'll like that.
I don't know. I'm not really like. Again, I
mean, you should. I mean, I say should. You could. I should
Could.
change. That's a bad word. Should.
I
You
could.
could microdose.
Well,
Yeah,
everyone's always pushing mushrooms because they say that is now like the cure for depression. And not that I'm battling depression, but it sounds like
You're a comic and you make fun of your husband and make him sound like
Yeah.
Special Ed Thanos. You need to
make
microdose.
it
He
Down,
needs
Down
some.
syndrome Thanos. It's terrible. It's over. It's over for me.
It's over. Stick a fork in us.
I'm never gonna look at the Marvel comic books
yeah.
again like
Sucks.
anything.
You can't just make fun of stuff anymore. Like what's
No,
happening to our
you
country?
can't. Everyone's sensitive.
Ugh.
It's so weird. Like you're in your own head. I'm doing this thing where it's just some friends of mine in my trailer park. This is real. We go to this gym class and we're all riding those old ladies in a bus, and the Girl Scout cookies are just fishing up. So I'm saying, girls, let's have Hag Scouts. And we're going to get like beanies, and we're going to sell we're going to go get a bunch of boxes of cookies at the dollar store for $1, sell them for like $25 for the Hag Scouts for our gambling
Yeah.
and drinking.
It's
And
hilarious.
put up a table and everything. And then like social media, but also my friend, she really needs some money, one of my neighbors. And she really desperately needs money. I'm like, and we'll give Carol most of the money. I said her name.
We'll give Carol most of the
Most
money.
of the money. Well, then the rest we are going to go gambling.
Carol the Hag, give her the money.
Give
And so-
Carol
Give
the
her
money.
the money.
But
Now it all goes
but
to
now I'm
Carol.
We'll start a
thinking,
GoFundMe
would
for
the
Carol
old
the
ladies
Hag.
cancel us because we were making fun of the hags? I'm like literally in my head thinking that.
Wait,
No.
old ladies?
Would we get canceled by old
Canceled?
ladies? And then my friend goes, no, because you're a fucking hag yourself, so you can do anything you want. But I mean, I literally was worried if I should even do that because it was offensive to the hags.
Yeah.
Vicky,
That's
you can't
crazy.
get canceled. You're America's sweetheart.
Yeah.
But that isn't that's how weird we're thinking. Like, especially, well, I mean, like, you know, the fear in us that for our jokes, it's terrible.
It's all the time. It has you editing in your imagination before it ever tries to be funny on stage.
Remember all the shit we could get away with?
You can say anything you want. I still say some words on the road. They go, oh, and it makes me feel alive.
I love to do that in the
It's like,
OR.
who's got a camera?
And I love to do that in the OR. Say something a little inappropriate.
Yeah.
Just mention like a burqa. Say the word burqa.
Yeah.
You know, and just you know,
Yeah.
just everybody just fucking
Say
clinches
fuck
up.
vegans.
Yeah.
I say a lot
Or like
of
say,
inappropriate.
you know, your old cat, you wanted to save its fur, so you made it into a toilet seat cover, and you know, like you know, people just get so wigged out, like, you know, like you don't love animals. I think that's the way you honor.
I
an
love
animal.
my cat. I'm now my cat. I
Yeah.
shit on my
Saved
cat
it.
every day of my life.
Little pussy in the
That's
bathroom.
love, man. I close the
Yeah.
lid. He blocks the
Right.
turds from getting in my toothbrush.
In-
That's what's up.
Have you ever like brought your cat over to maybe like your mom's or your aunt's house where all the torpedoes are on the ground?
no.
And the cats
No,
are
no,
just
no.
like having a
No,
heyday.
Yeah, they're on a diet. They can't handle that many torpedoes. Being all you can eat buffet. over
Imagine
there.
those cats.
This torpedo shoots out of my cat's mouth and hits me.
Somebody loses an eye.
Now I'm one-eyed Willie. Damn it, Mr. Cat got me. He
My
hacked
mom
a torpedo in my
always
eye.
put her cigarettes out in the Diet Shasta cans that were all over our house. But my brother and I didn't care. If we felt some left in a Shasta, we took the chance that we were going to get a cigarette butt. We never said no.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'll never do that again.
And then you did it the next day.
Like the
I
next
did the same.
hour.
I was the same. I'd always go. I'd eat all the erasers off all the pencils. And my dad's a bookie, so you have to erase the bets. And he'd be like, "God damn it, where's my erasers?" And I'd eat all my sister's lip smackers. You know,
You
'Cause
eat them?
they smell like candy. I was a
They
weird
don't
kid.
taste like candy.
No,
when
they
you
taste
eat
like
them.
shit. But I just
Yeah,
kept
you're
eating
like
them. You
basically
power through.
Eating
You power
cancer
through.
wax right
And
there.
I ate Crayolas to see them in my poop. Dirt, a lot of dirt. Would eat tons of dirt till I choked on it. Me and my sister Nicole, we'd eat dirt all the time.
Did you make
She
mud
did it
pies?
till she was like 10. I only lasted till about 7 or 8. I'm an adult, you know.
But it's supposed so good for you to eat dirt. That's what all like the
Yeah,
the things are
minerals.
saying. You should eat a lot of dirt, and a lot of people don't let their kids play with dirt. And I'm like, you're
Gotta give
gonna
'em
die.
Yeah, you gotta get the dirt
Yeah,
and the minerals.
and that's why I don't clean my kitchen much.
Yeah.
Another reason. Only time it gets clean is when Shanika comes
Yeah.
over. She cleans it before she has a
clean
cup
it.
of coffee.
And then-
Completely cleans it.
I do.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's why I eat cat food. Yeah.
I feel like I should have been when I was in Amsterdam. I definitely should. I feel like I should have been there with you.
I was in
Craig.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, that was actually the first time I ever smoked pot. One out of a couple of times that I've ever done it. That was the first time I ever did it, and it was only like 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here,
We've been
smoke
friends
some
for
of this
20
right
years,
now.
and she promises me one day she will get high with
I
me.
gotta drive. You don't understand what
It's
happens
only
to
an
me
hour
though.
and a half.
Like I was high for like 8 hours because I started off with like a spliff and I had like 6 friends watch me. Nobody was smoking with me. And they were videotaping me because I was working a gay cruise and I wanted to make a funny videotape for the show. And you know, we were kind of like with the preface like Shawn in all her life has never smoked pot until today. And so I had all these people watching and doing, and I brought like all
That
these.
sounds like the scariest time ever to be high
Yeah.
in my life.
Stupid.
Like, what?
Stupid.
What? I want to set up my first time to be a worst nightmare.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Exactly.
I want no proof.
And I should have known better, like when I was sitting outside the cafes before we went in, that I saw like a guy standing by a tree, and he was like almost like what we call in the Jewish religion davening. You know, he looked like one of those Jewish guys who stand up on the plains in Israel, and when it's like, you know, the sun is setting, they stand up and they
Except that guy's doing it for religious reasons, and that guy's doing it because of math. You know?
So he's like he's, you know, smoked so much. He's like davening near a tree, talking to himself, and I was like, and I turned to my friends, I was like, is that gonna happen to me? And they're like, no, you'll be fine. So we go in and they're like, we got you a spliff. It's mixed. It's not as much weed in it, half tobacco. And it was like this, you know, but I mean, I prefer things bigger. But so I smoke it, and they're all watching, and then an hour goes by and I'm like, it's not working. It's not working. I'm not going to have a video for to open my show. I brought all these wacky like little props and shit because I knew like once I got high, I'd be really, like, I thought, I'll be funny, I'll grab stuff, we'll have a hilarious video. And then, like, I'm like, it's not working. So they're like, okay, we're gonna get you real shit. So they come back with, you know, more. And they're like, we went and we got the Jamaica. It's called the Jamaica. And I'm like, okay, well, this should work. Mm-hmm. And I smoked almost the whole thing. And when that shit hit, and it was about an hour and a half. And when that shit hit, it's like my face froze. I remember like just started to laugh and say, I'm the Joker. I'm the Joker. And then the rest, I like blacked out. And then I remember walking in the middle of Amsterdam talking. And when I was coherent, I could hear myself comparing pounds to euros. What the fuck? Like, why do I even know? And then I was like, I turned to my friend and I could, like, it was such slow motion. I'm like, am I in Amsterdam? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, am I high? He's like, yeah. I'm like, am I comparing euros to pounds? And he's like, yeah. And that was like, it was 7 hours of me just being incredibly high. I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything.
Did they have it on tape?
Yeah.
Did you use it for your show?
Yeah.
Did it work?
And I managed to pull out the wacky props I can't find it though. I can't find the DVD where it had that video on it.
Oh,
but I was high as a fucking kite.
I lost all my cameras in Amsterdam because I was high. I went when there was disposable cameras, and I had a backpack full of all my important stuff. And then I ate a bunch of drugs and smoked a bunch of drugs, and I went to the airport, and I got off the train, and I saw the door close, and my backpack was on the thing, and I just saw it take off, and I was just like,
yeah.
And then
it's so horrible.
That's
feeling.
the worst.
yeah, and I was like, oh, you did that.
Was your passport in there too? Was your passport?
I had my passport.
I left my passport in a backpack on a bus.
And then I told someone the story, and they're like, yeah, dude, that shit's gone. And I was like, you could file a missing backpack report. I was like, yeah.
Missing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just caught my plane. I had to run to it, and they searched me because I was all stinky of drugs. And they checked like my linings. I remember them like really.
Wait, who's searching you in Amsterdam for drugs?
To fly home. I was coming home to the States.
Oh, you were in the airport.
Yeah, I was at the airport.
Got it.
Yeah.
You mean like a federal offense?
Yeah, but they didn't know I had already mailed a bunch home, so I sent it home that way. Loophole. Fuck you, feds.
Thank you, FedEx.
Thank you, Postal Service.
Hash stamps. Yeah, I put a bunch of hash behind stamps. It was real puffy like a ravioli, and they all made it through. And then I just mailed them to myself. That was so stupid. I was like, to Craig from Craig. And
that's hilarious. From Amsterdam.
Send it to your Aunt Norma. You know,
no one will
have
know.
A little bit of distance.
Hilarious.
And then I just peeled them off and smoked it. And it was all covered in glue and paper. And,
that's incredible.
And I've been off my rocker ever since.
God we send pot and edibles back and forth to our friend who's a cop in Stockholm. And we go to the candy store and we buy candies and wrap the pot in the candies, put it in a big bag so it always looks like he's getting a bag of candy. Works great.
Get her.
We used
you guys just
America's
need to take
sweetheart,
risks.
Everybody.
Well, you got to stop obeying. Just do whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I get caught. Like I couldn't get away with that. There's no way. Like I'm just too. I'd be too scared because
you wouldn't get caught. You would rat on
Craig,
yourself.
Because she'd write.
Oh my God! I just
she'd write on the box. There is pot inside of these candies.
Don't lock me up. Here's my address. Here's my passport ID number.
Never. They'd be like
Oh, here, I handcuffed myself.
Streisand's mailing pot. Like that's just where it would go. No way. I would be in jail with like a second.
I got this
Just
darling
make
marijuana
Thanos
leaf
mail
sticker.
it.
I'm going to mail the bot and control the short bus. Oh no.
Oh, no. It's okay. Cut to 2 hours later. Hey, can you edit that stuff out? I'm like, you mean all the gold?
Yes.
That's what when we did our podcast, because they're all dudes over there. They're like, we just talked and yacked all the time, and then they're like, we think we have like an extra 5 or 6 episodes. You guys just talk and talk and talk, and we're like, well, play it for some girls. Girls like to talk. They go, well,
Yeah.
we played it for a girl and she didn't get it either. I go, well, play it for more girls, bitch. But they did finally edit it. But it was like, that it was a big challenge for them because they just go, oh, shut the fuck up. We
Yeah.
can't.
My husband probably wants to set himself on fire when you and I are together in the living room, just talking and drinking.
Oh, yeah. He puts on the headphones and goes into the video games.
Yeah, he plays video games. I said, "Who are you talking to?" Like a 14. I can hear because like I said, he doesn't talk much, and all I hear him go, "Oh fuck, man! No, that's not good. That's terrible. Oh shit! Did you see that guy? I almost." And I'm like,
Where
"Who
is
are you
he from?
talking to?"
Where is
That's
he?
that is my Brazilian. He's Brazilian.
He's Brazilian?
Yeah.
That's Brazilian?
Honestly,
That's my best Brazilian
it's not
accent.
terribly far off from Huffy's real voice. I have to
Yeah.
say,
Baby.
baby. That's
baby.
pretty much.
I talk like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby,
Great.
baby,
Hey, baby.
baby, baby.
Baby.
Do you do an impersonation of your girlfriend?
She's special Thanos sister.
Yes. Hang on, I've never done one.
Okay.
She's here. She's scared. Do
Okay,
you
we'll
hear
see
her?
if it's
Okay,
good.
Okay.
We'll ask her to really talk.
You left the hairball on the wall. She always yells at me. I don't know how to sound like a woman. You left the hairball on the wall. I always leave hairballs on the wall. You know?
Sounds like she has a nice voice.
You left the hairball on the wall.
That's good.
I don't want a hairball on the wall.
You left a hairball on the wall.
Is that
You
your
wanna grab
job,
my ass?
Chris, to go around and get the hairballs off the wall?
Here, go ahead. Let's do a duet. You do do you your girlfriend, baby, baby, baby,
Who put the hairball there? It wasn't me.
baby,
Yes?
baby. Cook me something,
No.
baby. Cook me something.
You cook it yourself.
You talk a lot. You talk too much.
I know.
And scene. It was really good.
I
Your throat when you talk in someone else's voice. Donald's. Okay, sorry. I'm back. What happened? How are you?
Things are just great. I was driving here. I had to pee really bad, and I stopped at a bar, and it was closed. But I made it to your house, and there was a parking lot right in front. And I said, I did a little novena, thank you, Jesus, and was able to come inside and use your bathroom with great safety. So I feel like the rest of my day is just plumb happy.
It is.
You guys ever cross your legs and pinch your ball sack?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Every day.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad my penis isn't as big as it used to be.
Why do you think my voice is so low, Craig?
Oh, Thanos. I am Thanos. No, I knew you both
Baby.
would say yes to that. That's why I was like, I gotta ask this. You both be like, yeah. Anyways.
Well, you gotta have balls in this
Yeah,
business.
you gotta have balls.
Everyone in my sorority had a really kind of low voice, and there was this room in our sorority house. They called it the feminine room, and we used to be like, "Welcome to the feminine room." My balls just dropped.
Come on in.
Welcome to the feminine room.
The water's warm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
out in the parking lot of my junior college, my friends and I would. That's me saying my sorority. That's
Yeah.
my sorority.
You should have been in a sorority, Vicki. You would have been in ours.
I would never have gotten in.
Yeah, you
any
would've.
sorority.
We
No.
were. We
I
were
got
the,
in.
Did you get us into a sorority?
Yes.
Which are you Kappa 555?
I was just trying to cap that ass. You know what I'm saying?
Kappa.
What'd you say?
Kappa, Kappa,
Phi,
ass.
tap that ass.
I said, yeah. I was just trying to
You're easy. I bet. Like,
have sex with the women in the home. You know. Hey, what's happening? Oh, okay. I'll see you later.
did you go to college, Craig?
No,
You didn't.
I just visited to go to
You'd
parties.
be loved in college, though. I think, like Craig, you'd be
I would've been the
You'd be
supply.
everybody who everybody's friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody would dislike
But
you.
then I realized, like, oh, I don't have to go.
Right.
I don't have to be here. Oh, yeah, I'm out.
I feel
You
that
know?
same way about that temple.
Yeah.
Like, you mean I don't have to
you don't
go?
have to go.
Yeah.
Just
you
go
got
once a year.
forced.
You just wash your soul of its sins and you're good.
So
I'm going to need a little vodka to wash that soul
You better bring some turpentine
Oh,
to kill
yeah.
the soul germs.
in a flamethrower.
Ooh, we're sorry about that, God. Whoopsie daisy. Shit happens sometimes.
How long have we known each other, Craig? We were talking about this
Shit.
earlier.
God damn, maybe like, just kidding, God, I didn't mean it. 8-9 years? I don't
That
know.
long?
I don't know. At least 6, 7.
Yeah.
The pandemic mess. I don't know what those 2 years were.
I would say 8
messes-
years.
yeah.
I would say, 8 years, including 2 pandemic years, which means 7, 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
8. Yeah.
That idea of redating things count in the pandemic. Like I'm probably 2 years younger. Possibly.
Yeah, we all are.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow, I was
Lost
really
a
getting
lot
up
of
there.
Lost time. I'm
Yeah.
all track of time.
Yeah. It doesn't matter anyways. We're all gonna die in
Yeah.
Hollywood's
Nuclear
bullshit.
war is
We're
coming.
more than you, Hollywood. We are souls. We're not just meat bags. We're not just meat bags. We have
bags.
souls. Fuck you, Will Smith. I don't know why. I don't want to talk about that. I just had.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that?
No. I just said that, and then now I'm like, oh no, I
No.
already did all that.
I got you.
Yeah.
It's over.
Over.
It's over. Let's
Well, I
talk
only-
about his wife.
I only
Yeah,
find that,
fuck
like,
you,
do you
Baldy.
I met her once.
She was very rude to
Raging
Shanika.
bitch.
I met
right?
her. I met him, and he came in. I was waiting tables at Louise's Trattoria in Pasadena, and yeah,
Was there a show there in the back room ran by
Yeah.
someone?
Yeah.
only by the waiters and waitresses. No, there was no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, they had like a downstairs, but no comedy in this
Okay.
place. Just unlimited focaccia. And he came in with her, and I was the biggest Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan. I love that show. I think it's like top 3 funniest
Oh, we
shows.
all did. We grew up on
Top
it's the best show
3.
ever, man.
And I told him, and I was like, I just have to tell you, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, best show of all time. And whoa, he was like, thank you. And Stink Eye from her was like palpable.
Yeah, that's insane to me. Like, why? Why?
Well, especially if you saw what I looked like. I had my hair back. I was wearing like black waiter pants, a white buttoned up man's collar shirt, and a tie with olives on it. I looked like a dude. So there's no threat.
Shanika,
Well, not even-
your titties will never.
They were
stop.
hidden.
She's like, I was
They can't
honking
be
his
hidden.
cock, but
They
I'm
cannot
just
be
kidding.
hidden.
Vicki, I strapped him down like Yentl. Nobody saw my
I sat on
giant
his
ass
face,
tits.
said, I love Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
No, but that's insane because he's a movie star, TV star. It's a basic compliment you get every day. You know, it's not like
Yeah.
you're saying, oh, I love your body and that workout. You said, I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which the world loves.
Yeah.
It's not like you're saying, let me spread your husband's asshole.
Right.
I mean,
And
that was
she got
that
mad
was,
at that. You know what I
That
mean?
was my second line to him, but the first one was, I
Nice.
love
The
Fresh
respect.
Prince.
I kind of
Respect.
suspected as much.
Spread your
That's
asshole.
that's why she sucks. Yeah, she just sucks.
Yeah.
The more they dig deep in this, you see all the videos. That poor, I mean, obviously still fuck Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock, but they showed a video of him saying he planned her birthday for 4 years,
Oh, I saw
hired a
that.
film crew, and she said, this is the biggest display of ego. I don't like any of this. And he said he just like, it broke him. He just did out of love for her. And then she said that. I was like, Will, it's time to leave your wife. She hates you. You planned a big party for her, and she said, fuck you.
Yeah.
That means you should divorce her. It's over.
I could only hope my husband would plan a big party for me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No husbands do that. We forget
No.
your birthday.
No.
He hired a documentary crew. And you go,
Only
fuck off,
party
Will.
Lou would plan for me is a funeral. Just it'd be the biggest fun time. He'd be like, she's gone! Fuck yeah!
No way.
He'd be like, fireworks. My God.
Lou, Pop Rockman is the best. He would plan a party.
Yeah.
He'd plan a party,
Your
but
coffin would be
he'd
made of
play at
weed,
his
and
own
he'd do a
party.
Viking's
That's right.
funeral, and he'd light it with an arrow.
He'd probably smoke my ass.
Everyone would be
He
smoking you.
Yeah, it'd be great. No, I swear, he the idea of him doing something like planning a party for me, I can't, no. But if he did, I would like it.
But
Lou.
he does something. He takes
No.
you to Buco de Beppo at
The
least.
guy,
Something nice.
he's
Lou's a saint.
he's we call him Saint Lou because he's so nice to me. No, he really is. I mean, it's like the little things in life, the little things. Like he doesn't head push, and he every single morning he gives me coffee with the cream heated right by the bed, right there every morning. I never get out without. He said the little things in life, like his little dick. No,
Lou.
he's got a big.
Vicki.
He's got a nice good medium one, solid medium, very nice, very good.
Solid medium.
No, he's a
baby.
real
Key
solid
to
medium.
life.
I
Extra
wouldn't let you marry someone with a little dick.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
No.
No, I wouldn't.
Again,
I'm a
not
size
again.
queen. I would
No.
never. I would never let
No.
that happen.
It's very respectable.
I would never
but
let
a
that
woman
happen.
should never say
Never.
that her husband has a big dick because that's like giving him away. You should always say it's smaller than it is. No, Shanika, you should never say it.
I don't have to. He's Brazilian. It's understood. That's the top of the
Okay.
Latin food chain right
Okay.
there. You know that, right?
Of course.
Like I learned to love Brazilian men because
Right.
gay men told me
Yes.
they have the biggest
Right.
Booties and dicks. It's okay
Yeah.
to say it.
dicks.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
They got
So
big
I
booties,
knew.
too.
I
There's a
learned.
reason Brazilian's popular on the old Pornhub category.
yeah.
For the both sexes.
Well, Cristo, he resides over Brazil, and he's not just standing over them praying. He's actually showing you how big their dicks are.
He's saying,
It's
this.
It's like this.
He's saying, I did this.
I did this.
It's the land of
Give
the big
me
dicks.
your giant penis. That's what. And God, did I just make that like religion? And oh,
It's fantastic.
it's it. It's okay.
It's okay.
You know
I'm
what?
Jewish.
The world's
we
ending
killed him.
anyway.
It's all right.
It's okay.
In
It's okay.
Louisville, you guys work in Louisville ever? Louisville, Kentucky?
I think
I
I,
haven't
did
been in Louisville.
one
So-
show there, yes.
so there-
I mean, one city. One time.
There's where the Louisville Slugger is on the street, is when they make the factory. There's a giant Louisville bat. It's like 40 feet tall. And everybody's excited about that bat. But I swear this is true. Like a block away from the big bat is a real life size statue of David. That some Kentucky woman was in, Florence and said, "Honey, I'd love to have a David in Louisville for us to enjoy." And so this man, for this, Southern woman, because they get what they want, because they talk like that, the
Southern
Southern
belles,
man
they do.
brought
Put a
this
David.
real David right there, like a block away from the thing. And then they spray painted it bright gold.
Of course,
Life
as
size.
you do.
Yeah. So it's
The American way.
yeah, and like I asked so many people, I go, what about that big David? And the dick is like, it's huge, and then because it's gold, it looks even weirder than the one in Florence.
gold dick?
And yeah, so like
I'd take that.
I mean, if I lived there, I would camp under that statue. I would have a tent. I would just lunch there.
Cast the shadow.
But nobody even
But that
notices
doesn't
it.
belong. See, have you ever been to places where things don't belong? Like in Boise, they have an Anne Frank
Memorial, right?
and it's the
Sunflower Garden.
statue
In
of like
Idaho.
Anne Frank,
Yeah.
and you're like,
What?
why is this in Boise?
They got a lot of Jewish people in
Yeah.
Boise, Idaho.
And like it's weird because it's not like they have one synagogue there, and it's near the train tracks. So I'm like, hey. You know what? When I'm coming out of shul, I don't want to see like
Rail
hey,
car? What does
yeah,
that remind you
like
of?
we don't want to see train tracks.
guys, go
And
put-
the Anne Frank, but it's like you can't even believe that it's there.
It's
Put
so
it
nice.
on La Brea. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
exactly.
What are you
Pico,
doing?
Pico, and La
Pico
Brea.
and La Brea. Know your area.
You can't.
New York.
Yes.
The jewelry
And I'm pretty sure
district.
Anne Frank doesn't want to be there. She's
No,
like, can you
no.
get me the fuck out of
She's
Boise?
like, I wrote this bestseller to be in Boise.
Yeah. She's like, I'll take the attic. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll go
come
back.
on.
Did you go there
Busy's
when you were in
awesome.
Amsterdam?
I did. I ate a eighth of hash and I cried the whole time.
Well, I love that you had to do hash before you went into that the world's most serious, saddest place on earth.
What am I going to take it all in sober
I guess, yeah.
and feel? I felt it. Yeah, I don't know. I just was a drug addict.
But were you surprised, kind of like how,
Yeah, it was
Big.
insane.
like when you read the diary, and you hear about it growing up Jewish, and you hear the stories, and you're like, okay. You figured that she lived in
It was a
like
large
a
apartment.
4-by-5-inch room or something like
Yeah.
that, and then you get in there, and there's a couple of rooms.
Right.
because there were two families.
Yeah, that's
living
so
there.
But
crazy.
it seems so small to her because she was in it for so long, and
Yeah, well, I'm not
How
negating
long-
that.
No, but that's why it felt like that.
It's been years since I read the book. How long were they locked up? At least 2 years, right?
yeah,
God damn.
There's
like
That's
2
so
years.
crazy.
2 years like
Don't let
that.
history repeat itself. What are they doing to the Muslims in China?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I didn't say that. YouTube.
I like
Yeah.
to bring the
The ding is
Holocaust
right.
into
True.
every
Right.
podcast if I can. So you guys are welcome.
it's
But I do
Speaking
love
of
a good,
genocide,
I do love a good German joke. I do love a good German joke. Always. If I can go for that, like when I was writing for Fashion Police, Joan Rivers, she loved a good German joke.
Oh, you
It's
wrote
like the
for
school
Joan?
of like Mel Brooks. You know, if you
Did
can
you
take a
work
pot shot at a Nazi, you will.
did you work with Joan and meet her? a
Yeah,
lot?
yeah.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
It was pretty
That's
crazy.
So cool.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
she's the best.
Yeah, that was quite an experience.
Did she ever give you anything like old jewelry or stuff like that?
No, she was cheap. She was cheap.
Charlotte gives me all her old makeup and stuff. It's very nice.
And then Vicki lets me clean her house.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
we got a deal going.
Nice.
It's a perpetual motion machine.
My brain went blank. Did you see that?
There's
Hey
no.
guys, carry my podcast for me. Hurry, go.
It's okay. Thank God there's what's called an edit, a stop button until we
No,
think
we
of
don't
something
edit
brilliant. Okay, that's good.
Keep it natural. I don't
All
like
right.
those edited podcasts. I'll edit it if I bomb for too long, and
Right.
Or
You
if
know.
we talk about a special needs Thanos.
that's staying. That's gold.
Is that what this episode is called?
We said it correctly. I don't know what term to say, but it wasn't on purpose. We weren't being malicious.
No.
Oh, whatever. It's over.
It is over. It's over. It's over. It's happening.
Yeah. The fucking world won. We're all policing our thoughts. The thought police are here.
I'm so like I got a thing from my agents at Gersh, and it said,
Oh, look at you name dropping.
okay, thanks.
Shit.
So anyway, it said dude,
Hand me that crystal.
it said it was a letter about sexual harassment. So I called him up. I go, is this like a group letter or is it just to me? Like, and they go, what do you mean? I go, what have you heard? And
What I do.
and they go, what are you talking about, Vicki? I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you saying like doormen? Are you talking about doormen here? And they're like, what are you Vicki? Are you messing with doormen? I'm like, yes, of course I am.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I'm not gonna fuck around and not mess with doormen. Because I've been doing comedy like 25 years, and now I'm a headliner, and I get to fucking grab a doorman's ass if I want to.
Yeah.
Plus, I always have. I'm never gonna stop.
Fuck a doorman.
And they go, well, you can't
Doorman.
do that. You can't do it. I'm like, what do you mean? I go, lose ass is the last ass I'm going to grab. They're like, yes. I'm like, forget it. I have insurance.
Yeah.
Vicki, I've worked with Vicki, featured for Vicki, and I've seen her in shows just give away her real hotel room number. She'll tell you the hotel she's staying
Not
at.
only, hardly ever.
And then
anyone comes.
she really tells you the hotel room number because I'm in the hotel room next to her. So I know when she's on stage, she's like, hey, if you want to come see me or bring me anything, and then she gives the real number, and it's like, and I pull her aside and I go,
You
you
could
know,
say just leave it in the lobby.
One time somebody brought a box of donuts to a room in Ventura, and I was so surprised. That's the only thing that's ever happened to me. And it's the only reason I think I do it is because I never remember my real room number. And if I say the wrong room number, then I won't find my way to my room.
but Vicki, you get murdered. Like there's not, I don't,
I've been doing it so long and nothing's happened except the donuts, and that was a good thing.
all right.
So I
Knock
mean,
on wood.
I love
I'm
donuts.
sure you're right, but I usually shut
Crazy people.
Okay, well,
Yeah, post-COVID, knock it off. Pre-COVID, I'm on board.
Yeah.
People got
Got
they're off their
crazy.
rocker.
you know what? Things are
They-
truly.
they-
Yeah, you're probably right there. It is actually people are acting really very strange, very strange. Like it's true. You're right. I should not do that anymore. But it's just habit.
I want donuts too. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Vicki and I once, I had an ex-boyfriend. Boy, is he an ex. Ugh. Anyways, I shouldn't say his name.
He wasn't
Barry.
Brazilian.
Anyways, no, he wasn't. No. No. J-Date. Anyways, so he ran a marathon, and Vicki and I decided we'd be waiting at the end of the marathon with donuts. And so we both had a dozen donuts each. Ooh. And when people came running across that finish line, we were like, donuts?
Donuts?
Donuts, anyone?
Donuts? We thought it was hilarious.
People
were like,
no, the runners were
they were like puking when they saw them.
They did not like this. No.
Fuck these runners, you judgmental fucks. You
thought
judging
it was
me on
so
my little
funny.
cheap sugar? What's wrong with
Oprah
donut?
was in that race. Oprah was in that race.
She took a donut. She took a box.
Her trainer
took a
one.
box.
Her trainer was the only guy that took the
She said,
donut
these are for the kids. Just kidding. You know what I'm saying?
You get a donut. You get a donut. You get a donut.
I get a donut. I get a donut. I get a donut. Hey, you eat a psych. I get another donut. I'm Oprah, bitch. Harpo. Harp Network. You know she doesn't pay the talent on her shows? What a piece of shit.
I can believe that.
I did a project on her in 6th or 7th grade. I love Oprah. And then I found that out and I was like, you're a billionaire. And she didn't pay. And then the lady bowed out of doing one of her festivals and then wrote an open letter. Be like, how dare you not pay us for our
What happened
services?
to that person? Did they just disappear?
Yeah.
I mean, you know Oprah can make people just disappear.
Yeah. I think she probably got a lot of steam at first from it because she was right in everything that she wrote. Is like, why is this billionaire not paying us? And the argument was like, well, it's an opportunity for you to make money. It's like, or you could just pay us for the work we fucking did. You know, you are a billionaire. And not to mention she was charging $750 a ticket. Like, there's money. She's making hundreds of millions of dollars off her.
Yeah, I saw how she lives. You don't need to tell me. I get it.
That's what I mean. And she didn't pay the talent. And I'd found that out and I'm like, oh, you're a piece of shit. That's not good-hearted. You can't give them a fucking nickel.
But isn't that crazy when you see people that are so incredibly wealthy and they're not generous. Like, the one thing I will say about Jeff Bezos' ex, because I had a friend that went to college with her and said she wasn't a very nice person. And at this point, I don't really care because all I ever read about is the billions she keeps giving away.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, like, I'll give that lady a pass.
You build 14 orphanages, you could call me a bitch, or asshole. You could be rude. That's like, you did enough. But also maybe I don't understand.
But Oprah does that too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just read that and then I don't know.
But that's very like...
You hear more stories like that in business, and it's obviously how she became such a powerful conglomerate and owns her own network. But when you're an artist and you've done gigs and the person is a billionaire and they don't pay you, you're like, that doesn't add up in my world to where I write you off as a human being,
Right, especially since she started out as an actor too.
And she understands, and it's just like, we'll provide the link to that article. It was beautifully well written because it just stirred you up. You're like, wait, she's not paying any of them? And then she was like, it was like, no.
And did you ever go looking for this woman who went missing suddenly after she wrote that article?
I read it interesting.
She was on Epstein Island with Will Smith and Oprah.
Exactly.
I was hearing you talk the other day on your podcast about massage parlors and getting jerked off. Mm-hmm. And so I was reading this interesting article in the New Yorker yesterday. It's like this week's episode. It was the saddest article about the people that were killed in the massage parlor, in the shooting last year. So anyway, but they were explaining about the concept of, because I didn't understand, of massage parlors, and that a lot of the workers, they think that giving a hand job is not sex because it's not penetration. So they don't look at it as sex. And I thought that was pretty interesting because one of my husbands, he used to go all the time and he put it on a fucking credit card so I could see it, the dumbass. And we were so poor when in college. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. But now it made me feel better because it's not considered sex,
Yeah, maybe he just had a sore back.
No.
Why? Let him go.
No.
Let him go.
He
just had a bad neck.
Okay.
That was located on his dick.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. exactly.
Just let
Yeah,
him in.
I was
Was he-
very. I
You
was.
still with him?
No, he was my first husband.
How many husbands you got?
3.
3.
Just 3.
Nice.
She's an expert.
Lou's my favorite so far. I think he's
Yeah,
still
he's
there.
pretty good.
So, but anyway, so I thought that was interesting. That do you guys think it is? Do you think that's a kind of a so good?
That doesn't count.
Doesn't count, right? So if your husband goes and does that, it would be like,
If my wife got jerked off by an Asian lady, I'd be fine with it.
What about by a man?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's
Yeah. Just pay cash.
yeah. That's why it was so rude.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he
yeah.
went, and we,
When I was once entertaining overseas, it was in Afghanistan, and I remember like the second day we were on one of the bases, and we had traveled, on military planes, and it was just kind of a rough travel, and my back was starting to hurt, and they had a massage, their version of it. It was no Burke Williams, and you walk in, and
There was no Glen Ivy day spa.
no shit.
No
I was
debonnaire.
I was like, where's the cucumber water? And you walk in, and it was like in a storage unit.
They give you 2 salamis for your eyes.
Exactly.
Put these pepperonis on your eyes. Good for the swelling. Get the sodium nitrates.
And you walk into the storage unit, and they have like 2 sheets separating like 3 little rooms. And I laid down on my stomach, and it was a Russian woman. And then she said, she turned me over, and she started rubbing my breasts.
Nice.
And let me tell you, I went from 0 to a fucking 100, and I yelled, "Knit!" And I was like, "These are for the soldiers only." And like they all, like there was a line waiting, and then like I had to walk out and be like, "Hello." Like nobody knew who I was. I just looked like a civilian. They didn't know I was a
Did you let her feel your tits?
comic.
What's going on?
No, I didn't want Svetlana to fucking rub me down. You know what I mean? I do self exams. I don't need it. I can, there was dick to be had.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not against that, but it wasn't my thing. I wasn't ready for it. Nobody prepared me.
why would
Yeah,
your
yeah,
tits need to be rubbed anyway? They don't get
Because
sore.
I think certain cultures, they don't see it as, they just see it as part of the body.
But your tits,
They
your
do it like
tits
in
don't get
Turkey,
stressed.
different
You
places.
don't work your tits dressing them.
I always get my nipples rubbed. No, I'm just kidding. That would throw me off too. It just would tickle me. I'd be like,
Get it.
I just they were mountainous. They were there, I guess, and so she just figured it was part of the body.
This is part of
Yeah.
the deal.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought you had just huge abs or something. I don't know.
Maybe she's
that
like, wow,
happens.
this soldier's ripped. G.I. Jane.
Yeah. Knit. That was
Knit.
the only Russian I knew. Thank God.
Arroz con pollo.
Say that again.
Arroz con pollo.
See?
That's Spanish and Russian.
What do you want? That's Spanish.
Yeah.
That's Spanish.
That works for me.
That's
Tusco.
Russian ordering chicken. That's
Baby.
really good.
Baby.
Yo quiero shibirmel. Te quiero mucho. Wait a minute. What's happening?
Are you splicing Russian
Yeah, I'm trying
with
to.
with
my brain.
Spanish?
Yeah. I can't.
I took 5 years of Spanish.
Russian accents are hard.
5 years of Spanish, and I still am not fluent in it.
Do you have my cookies?
What?
Do you have my cookies? 5 years in Spanish, you're still not fluent?
No, I
I
can
did 2
understand
years.
it better than I can.
I speak a little
it.
bit.
You don't speak
Apaga la
fluently?
luz. No, none of even my first generation Mexicans in this country don't. It was the projects. You
You're
know?
like Selena.
yeah, yeah. It was. They tried
you
to
know that?
hide it.
They
Wait,
don't.
what?
Selena
you gotta
didn't know
assimilate. You
Spanish.
can't speak Spanish.
Well, because back then nobody knows this. I've said it
Yeah.
a million times, but it was a little bit racist, so they try
Totally.
to hide it, Americanize. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Assimilate.
And
don't.
now it's like, no, it's 2 languages. It's higher intellect.
Yeah,
It's better.
of course.
But-
But what a bummer, though. You know,
I know.
Like it's
Stop,
so hard to
stop
learn
being
now.
smart.
I loved it when a man speaks Spanish
Oh,
to
it's
me.
the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a
¿Quieres pepita?
yeah
Bebe.
yeah
Baby.
yes, extra taco sauce, please.
Ooh, extra crema
Yes.
coming right up. I don't know how to say coming right
Chilaquiles.
up.
Say it.
Chilaquiles.
Can you make chilaquiles?
My Uncle Johnny can make some
God
pretty
damn it.
good
Why don't you
chilaquiles.
invite me over
He
to
puts
Uncle
some shredded
Johnny's?
chicken in it too because, I'm sorry, chilaquiles, it needs a little bit more, you know.
What?
I like it with chicken. He made it with chicken.
Are you hating on chilaquiles?
I like it. I like it as a side dish, not a meal. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, because it's just pure tortillas. Like, give me some
Some of
tacos,
there's eggs.
enchiladas.
Eggs or chicken?
That's why I said with something. They'll just make a pot of chilaquiles and
I
shit.
love it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's delicious.
Fideo, all
starving.
that shit.
I could
So
eat
hungry.
You know what we're
chilaquiles
talking about? We're speaking the
intravenously.
language
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, you
they
know,
got
that's
that in
all I live
Trailer
for.
Parks Oceanside.
I just walked to 3 or 4 Mexican restaurants.
Oh, hell yeah.
And the market.
You got a
Primo
tamale guy?
market.
You
We got a tamale guy.
Fuck yeah.
We got a tamale guy. Everywhere I park, I got a tamale person walking up to me.
See?
That's
Yeah.
what I miss about the hood.
Yeah.
These good neighborhoods, they ain't got no vendors, man. There's no fruit guy, no tamale guy, no corn guy.
We have a fruit guy at Beverly Hills. I see him every once in a while.
They'll arrest him soon.
He's a designer. No.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't arrest Vicki for pissing in a potted plant, so I
Why
think that
would
guy's
they?
going to make it.
You know, why would they? I mean,
White
that's
power.
just remember that, everybody out
That's a
there.
bad joke.
If you have to go to the bathroom, always sit like a lady in a planter and squirt it out. You'll be thanking me. It's very good.
It's true. I never hold my piss. I have a technique where I get to pee in public and hide in plain sight, like
How do you
many of
do
our
it?
predators of this world. And you just open your door
Right, yeah.
and you pee as if almost you're pissing into your door, you know, and
Exactly.
it just goes straight down and you're
Exactly.
blocked.
What do you
Because
mean, like your car door?
Yeah.
yeah. So you're parked on the street and
Yeah.
no one can see you unless there's somebody really tall. You go to like a desolate area.
Yeah.
And
Have
you
you
just
done a
pee.
back part of the McDonald's
Pee down.
parking lot.
a DIY about this, or
Do it yourself?
yeah,
Yeah. No, I should.
DIY, not
Because men can
DIY.
you piss in the bushes.
DIY.
What I'm saying is, if you're
God,
public,
I
I've
had a
done this.
stroke.
I've done this like in front of like on Gower in Hollywood. You know, cars
Yeah.
zipping by because you just pretend like you're on your phone,
Right.
And you just point it down. You're going straight down.
Yep.
You're blocked by your car door,
That's-
so no one can see you. You know, unless it's bird's eye view, and you're like, "Hey, extra medium."
And if you're a girl, you just open the door same direction.
If you're a
diagonal,
girl.
and then you
No,
swing out
Vicky,
over.
Just spray your
You
door.
swing out over,
Vicky.
and then you swing out over.
Oh, my God.
And then while you swing out over,
you're a girl,
over your
you're-
seat.
No.
If you have to go to the bathroom,
No.
Shanika,
No.
and you're a girl, you pull your pants down.
No.
Okay, and you keep them up here by your knee.
No.
And you do the diagonal like that, and then you just pee like that
Vicky.
into the gutter, and people it don't even notice
No,
because
they
they just
don't.
think you're
Vicky, why
sitting
are
there.
you-
Oh, she's
But here's
watering
the
the
best
plant.
one.
She's
Here's the
watering
best
the
one.
plant.
Here's the best one. My
Oh my
mother thought
God.
of this one. This was her technique.
Her
I'm sharing
technique.
it like your torpedo mother.
No.
This is my mother's, and I use it all the time. So you just put the lid up on your car like something's wrong with your car, and then you just stand there and piss, and then people think it's a radiator.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. You do it
That's
anywhere.
a good one. I'll use that next time.
Yeah, as long as you don't have underwear.
my
on.
God.
Have you heard of the shiwi?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a cup. You put it on your
Such
pussy, and then
fanciness.
it funnels the piss and squirts it out like a dude.
Right.
So you have a little
Yeah.
a plastic
We
pissing
have our own
dick.
dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's so fancy.
A shiwi.
Shiwi.
Well, now I know what I'm
I
doing
own
for your
3.
birthday, Vicky.
I'll never use it, Shanika. I
You can
don't
never.
need it.
We
I
can
got
never be in a car
planters and
together where
car
you
doors.
open
They
the
put-
door and piss
Plenty.
out it.
They make it a little keychain so you keep it handy. You know, in the
Yeah,
emergency.
you put a wine box on one side and a pisser on the other, like a wine and a bathroom combined. Now that would be nice.
yeah.
Be like a condo wherever I go.
yeah.
Oh
My grandpa got caught pissing in Knott's Berry Farm, and they called the police on him. But he was just old, and he was using a urinary bottle because he'd have to wait in the car. He couldn't walk, so we'd take him on a drive to get fried chicken,
no.
and we would get the Knott's Berry Farm
Yes,
fried chicken.
the
My mom
best.
lost 2 teeth to that. I got pictures. We talked about, it's
She lost her tooth to
a chicken bone. She swallowed it both times, but different times. Years later, like 8 years.
Get excited eating that chicken.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And then, but then the cops are there, and then we got there, and we're like, oh yeah, it's like he's over there. We saw him, go that way. And really, it was our grandpa, accidentally flashing the Ninos of Knott's Berry Farm.
As
And,
you
we're like,
do.
we gotta go, Grandpa.
Honey, we're gonna see Snoopy.
What is that old dinosaur? And fuck whoever called the cops. The guy's 90, fumbling with a
evil.
piss bottle.
So horrible.
It's not on purpose. He's not a pervert if there's a
evil.
piss bottle and he's 90.
And they should be nice to him. They shouldn't.
They
act
should
like
have
police.
given him
They
a
should have said,
hand,
"Excuse
you
me."
know?
Yeah. That's terrible. God.
Call the cops. You could have grabbed my grandpa's willy whacker and help him. Todd. Whoever you rat think name is. Anyways.
Oh, the shit our grandpas could get away with.
There's
too.
a lot of men in hell. I'll tell you that. I watched that George Carlin bit and I couldn't stop laughing. He goes, a lot of dads in hell. And I was like, yep.
True.
For sure. For sure. That's why I'm not a dad. It's only dads go to hell. So that's what keeps me out.
You might be one day though.
Yeah, I know.
It's very fun. Or
I
not.
think you make a good dad, Craig.
I'd be a good dad. I'd teach him the
You're
ropes.
really good people.
You know, you're 12. Here's some microdose.
That's right.
Some weed, a gun, a knife. One
Here.
knife comes at 7.
And
That's right.
Maybe
and
5.
honey,
Especially
here's a
today.
torpedo.
Here's a torpedo. Don't sniff the torpedoes.
Don't sniff it.
Learn from cousin Lulu.
Oh my gosh. Has your girlfriend started with the torpedoes yet?
No, she's still on tampons. I
Okay.
try to tell her. I'm
All
like, switch to torpedoes.
Think of the money you could save.
Yeah. I get torpedo. I mean, paper towels at Costco.
Tons of torpedoes.
Tons of torpedoes. Supply chain torpedoes.
You hide your paper towels when your mom comes over
Yeah,
and your
I do.
aunt.
I do.
When Prince Charles, a long time ago, but like before you guys were born, he was married to Princess Diana, and he was having that affair with the hag Camilla, and he said on his
Oh,
phone, and
yeah.
it was broadcast. The British were watching the
Wanted
press
to be heard,
monitoring my phone. He said, "I wish I was a tampon so I could be inside of you always."
Ew.
And then
Remember
He said that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So whenever I see Prince Charles, I look at him and I imagine this big white string hanging out of his pant leg. I can't see him without that
Yeah,
string.
he is a
He
tampon.
is
So
a giant
disgusting.
He is a
tampon.
giant tampon,
Ugh.
you bloodsucker.
You know, and then like each year he becomes even more like he's been unlikable for years, but each year now that there's all these, series, The Crown came out, now there's movies coming out.
Of course, good
and
PR.
each year they keep making him even more unlikable. And it's like crazy. That guy has got to want to put his head in the sand.
Did you
at
know
some
that
point.
they are German? Nobody knows that.
Are you setting me up for that joke?
Yeah. No, they're German. They're fucking German. Yeah, I believe they changed their name during
Charles.
World War One or World War II to Windsor because of bad PR.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elizabeth's husband
to
was
Googling.
German. Queen Elizabeth's husband, he was German, right?
Yeah, they were.
Well, that guy looks like a Nazi.
Yeah.
They changed their
Andrew.
name during one of the Great Wars because it was, the whole
Prussian,
world against
yeah.
Because it was
Germany.
like
Yeah.
Farfignugan or
Yeah, the old czars, I believe.
Prince Farfignugan just doesn't,
I'd rather
doesn't
read
have a
Prince
ring
Farley.
to it.
Yeah.
I remember learning that and be like, oh, that's weird.
that's interesting.
Weird. Interesting.
If they ever talked
They still
about
went
that
to
in The
war with
Crown.
Germany. I believe it was cousins fighting each other or some shit from the First World War. I like
didn't know
history. I
that.
go down a lot of YouTube rabbit holes. They changed the name to Windsor for PR purposes, but it was like 150 years ago, and we live in the land of amnesia, and people don't seem to remember what happened fucking a year ago, let alone 150 years ago.
I can't even tell you what happened this morning.
I don't know.
I'm going over there in a couple weeks. And
To Germany?
no, God, no. To
Yeah.
Windsor. To England.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, tell them that they're German. The world knows.
I'll let them know. I'll say,
We
"Sieg
know.
Heil."
We know.
Hey, Queenie.
We know.
Sis Queenie.
We know.
My dad used to say that. I don't know what it means.
Oh.
Sis Queenie. Does that mean stop or something?
I don't know.
We're going to see a play called Cock. It's a
And balls?
Yeah, and it's got real cocks in the play, real ones.
Wieners or roosters?
Wieners.
Nice.
Super excited. I'm taking my niece.
I just started watching Euphoria. And I feel like, have you seen Euphoria yet?
Yeah,
You seen
I-
the show?
I haven't.
I feel like they should. Have you seen Euphoria?
Yeah.
They should rename that show Dicks because it is Vicky, you would love it because
Really?
she's a Scorpio dirtball. You would love the show. I mean, it's kind of. I mean,
A lot of peckers?
it's drugs and dicks. Maybe that's what they should have named it, drugs and dicks. But it's just, and I hear it's a lot of prosthetics, but it's just
They're using fake dicks?
I don't know
But they're
if every
still
dick's
showing the
fake.
dicks?
Prosthetic.
I don't-
I can't imagine.
I don't know if every dick is fake, but every minute, it's about every minute and a half, you're looking at some guy's fucking junk.
Whoa.
And it's crazy.
Well, what network is that on?
HBO Max.
I have that right now.
HBO Max.
I was going to
Put it in your
I'll
phone.
stay on. Because, winning season has a lot of dicks, a lot of basketball players in the locker rooms, a lot of dicks walking around their show. And the Minx has some good dicks, too. I've never seen so many dicks as I have the last 6 weeks.
What is happening to the rating system?
I've seen...
Used to just be tits.
I've seen more dicks on Euphoria than I have on a gay cruise of
That's
6,000.
crazy.
You see a lot of dicks when you work these cruises, but Euphoria, they win.
Wow.
I remember doing shows. Speaking of big dicks, what was that bar? Teddy and
Dicks?
No, Teddy and WeHo. Teddy and Mikey.
Oh, Foo Bar.
Foo Bar.
Yeah, it smells like piss, shit, and vomit. You can't get that smell
And one night
out of your nose. You have to. It's like crying game. You have to
Big Dick Night there.
shower for
and the
like 2
comedy
days.
show was right before Big Dick
Right.
Night.
Yeah.
And there was all these guys with big dicks on the stage, and I was like, oh man, like I'm just trying to tell jokes here, and these fucking foot-long cocks heckling me.
Foo Bar is the dirtiest bar, and then there's the Eagle, that's in Silver Lake. So that's one step below Foo Bar. But when I was first dating my husband, he came to see me at the Comedy Store, and another 2 gay friends met me there that night. And it was his birthday, and so afterwards he's like, "Hey, we're going to Foo Bar to go meet up with some friends, so come along." Now, mind you, I'd only really been to Foo Bar to perform at Teddy and Mikey's show. So I would perform and then I would leave. I never really hung out at the bar.
Oh yeah.
So we came in, it was late Saturday night, it was swinging dick night, and all these dancers are in dolphin shorts with, no underwear, and the dicks are swinging in them. And for me, that's like a Tuesday. I didn't even see it. And I'm walking through the bar when, they're sitting at the very end of the bar in a corner. And I'm just walking, and I forget my husband's behind me. And all these, and again, Brazilian, they tend to be, the culture tends to be homophobic. But
It's
of course, he can't be
Christian,
homophobic. Right.
Like,
Catholics, right?
Catholics.
But he... being married to me, I'm surrounded by gay men, so he is more open and loving and accepting. But, again, he's still just getting to know me, and he's walking behind me, and I'm not thinking. And we sit down, and I'm having the time. It's about 10 minutes in, and I'm laughing, and I'm drinking, and I see one of my friends go over and grab a guy's dick, and I'm laughing. And then I look over at him, and he's like hiding in the corner like Smeagol, Smeagol and Gollum. He's just like, he is just flipping out. And I look at him, and I'm like,
he's that straight meat too, so that's like
Totally.
extra. Then we're like, I want to get him.
Yeah.
but I look at him, I said, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "No, I'm not okay, baby." And his special needs stand, "I'm not okay, baby." And I had to whisk him out of there. And it's like the Holocaust. Never again. I can never take him to Foo Bar.
Yeah, I remember I worked in WeHo for 8-9 years. Where we worked, and then I remember meeting up like a couple times. Like, oh man, like I can meet up at the Abbey, but I feel like someone's gonna bowling ball grip me in here.
Abby's not as gay as it used to be.
Abby, I love it because it's a mix of everything. But then I forgot what it was called.
It's like bachelorette parties from
went-
West Covina now. It's like, it's not, like...
Oh, the Vanderpumps, because they moved the reality TV right next door. It kind of
Sir,
changed things.
that's also hetero too. It's like, I remember the gay days of the Abbey, and when the Abbey was super gay, that was like...
Yeah.
That was the height of the Abbey. You just come in and it's dick, 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 Well, lesbian, dick, 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 but it just all day long.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, the bartender, they love to tell you, oh, the bartenders are straight. The bartenders are straight. And like that becomes like the challenge for the gay guys.
Yeah.
Which is like, if I feel like no straight guy is really working in a gay bar. I feel
He'll
like
suck your
everybody's
cock for
a
the
little
right
gay
price.
for pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm straight. $1,000. Okay.
Oh!
I hate it. Never done this before.
What? Tickle the balls? Okay. Exactly.
That's so funny.
So true. Yeah. The good old days. But Foo Bar?
It's where I got sober, right down the street at the log cabin. They bulldozed that shit, huh?
That was
That
the
was
place.
the OG
like that.
AA.
I
Or
always
program,
saw
not
people
allowed to say
standing
that.
out there pacing.
Yeah.
I either thought, well, these are actors auditioning, or this is AA.
No, we're just getting through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I first went. Saved my life. Thank you, log cabin, and the program.
That's awesome.
I appreciate you.
We used to do a show at the Moose Club in Oceanside, and the Moose Club was the first floor, and the second floor above the Moose Club was the AA Club of Oceanside.
It's always that way.
And it's like you could just go from your alcoholic stupor of the moose, because that's the only reason you become a moose, to just get sober upstaiz.
My
And then
father's
if you
a
relapse,
So he's the Elk American Legion.
everything.
VFW.
I would try to be an elk so I could get free camping spots, but they were such racist fucks.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Those bars
They're not
are
all
a little
like
racist.
that.
They're a little racist.
They're not all like that.
I heard a
I
lot
just-
growing up.
I was in a bad one. I had a
I'd heard my dad say, "God damn Mexicans," and then he'd go home to one. You know? That doesn't matter. Up, Dad. It doesn't.
There's a lot. There's truly. I've been to some nice Elks clubs where the people are very. It's diverse. There, I did see someone who's very tan. I'm not quite sure. They might have been
The
Mexican.
Elks
but,
Club.
But you know, I've been to some nice ones. Just this one particular one that I joined was just not nice. So
Yeah.
I have to pay for camping now.
Make a little while. Bastards.
Where's the craziest place you've ever performed at?
Oh my God. So many. Just because the worst gig I remember just came to me is for performing in the middle of a casino, an operating casino, but no one knew the show was going to
Right.
happen.
Well,
you
those
know?
are always fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those are horrible.
It's like
Ding ding ding.
We're doing a show. Me and my gang put on a show in the middle of the casino.
I mean, just shithole dive bars for like 3 people. You drive an hour and a half for.
But the weirdest, like the weirdest, like the oddest, not the worst, but
Okay.
like, how weird is that I'm performing here? Like, this is strange that they want comedy right here, right now.
Like people's houses, just private parties. And I'm very honest with them. Like Super Bowl party, they want me to perform after the Super Bowl, and I'm like, dude, I'll do this for X amount of dollars because it's a high rate because I don't want to do it.
Right,
You know, my
exactly.
buddy
Yeah.
taught me that trick. I was like,
Yes.
this is a hell nightmare gig. So you make it a price that no matter how awful it is, you're still smiling.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, I'll just say it. Who cares? I was like, I'll do it for a G, bro. You know, you get 30 minutes. And I was like, this is going to go bad. Like, this is not going to work. It's not going to. He's like, no, I really think it'll work. You know, I'm like, no, it won't.
Yeah.
Like, they're there for the Super Bowl. Nobody knows who I am but you. And they're all drunk and want to go home and the game's over. And he was like, I was like, all right. And I was like, I cash up front before I grab the microphone. I'll bring everything. He goes, okay. And then I just did it, and it went better than I thought. But it was, you know, still not. Everyone's fucked up.
Yeah.
They want to go home. I was like, this would be better before the Super Bowl. Definitely not halftime.
a
Nobody
bad
wants to see
idea.
me. They want to
Right.
see the commercials.
Right.
I was like, I'll do it, you know. And I tell them though, like somebody wanted me to work their wedding and roast it, and I'm like, I was like, this is going to go awful. I'll do it for an absorbent amount of money because I don't want to ruin your wedding, but I'll do it for a handsome fee. But I'm warning you, this is going to ruin your wedding. Like, this isn't like I don't know your family. I don't know your cousins. Like, how am I?
You have to do so much work to make that work.
Yeah.
It's not even.
It's not even like you want to get ripped off for me to feel bad about ruining
This
your wedding.
bride is such a whore.
She sucked my dick 5 minutes ago.
Bum.
They turned on me. I don't know why.
I married a couple, and after the marriage, one day, when that was like the toast, I told her that I told her my theory about blowjobs extensively during my toast, and I was really worried about how it would go over, but thank God it
ripped?
went over well.
Yeah, but that's one of the things. We
Right.
don't know. That's not an
You don't know.
audience. That's not
Yeah.
a comedy club.
No, but it was just a toast.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, yeah.
Vicki, where is the weirdest place you've ever performed?
The funeral. The Comedy Store sent me to a funeral, and it was this really cool Jewish woman who grew up in New York and used to tell jokes all the time, and she would tell her bus driver a joke she wrote, like, "Can you take me home?" And the bus driver would say, "Yeah." She goes, "I don't know if the bus can fit in the apartment." And she always made jokes like that. And
I love when Vicki does like every Jew sounds like me, which sounds like my mother.
Exactly, it's all ginger. So then, but anyway, I was freaked out because I wore a leopard pantsuit, so I'd be appropriate. And the rabbi was like on a dais right behind me, and I'm standing there. And so I decided I would not do any of my own material. I went and I did research, and I looked up Milton Berle, all her favorite comics, Phyllis Diller, and I did a tribute to all those comics, and it was quite successful.
So you did Milton Berle's jokes,
big dick jokes. I have a big cock, and then I did her jokes that she had written that her kids told me, and then the only thing I did to myself was the rabbi's right behind me the whole time, and I'm like, finally I just couldn't hold it anymore, and I go, "Rabbi, are you enjoying the view?" And then the whole place went, and then the rabbi just fell off the chair laughing, so it was fine. But I was terrified of that job because I thought it was so weird that they wanted me to do comedy at a funeral.
It is weird. Where's the weirdest one you done?
Oh, I've had many. I'm a sucker for a strange ass weird gig. I remember.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I did a homeless shelter. I did performing from a homeless shelter, and they're all homeless and they were. That was the odd one.
Yeah.
Missing legs, limbs. That just came back to me. Downtown LA, Skid Row. Went to the homeless shelter.
But that's sweet of you, Craig. Like, you're definitely going to a good place.
Stage time is stage time.
Amy Ashton has a lot of those shows. I can
They
give you her
paid
phone number.
shitty.
Yeah, there's no.
Sorry. I had to spit it out, or it would have gone lost.
Yeah.
But what was the
that's
weirdest
sweet.
one?
Well, I thought it was weird once they asked. Well, okay. There was one time where we had to perform. It was a comedy show at the Whiskey, but it was for bands, and so they had comedians go on between bands.
That's the
And
fucking worst.
I was standing on like a woofer. Is that like a stereo? Like, I wasn't even on the stage. I was on like a shaky stereo.
If you were speaking, was it woofing you?
Not
That'd be funny. You heckle yourself by your own act. You're like,
yes, like I was on the speaker that was shaky, that I was pretty sure was going to go out from under me. But here's the part: as you did like your 5 minutes, the band was testing the sound equipment behind you, so it was like syphilis, 1 2 3, 1 2, check, and you're like, you're trying to hit a punchline or do something, and it was like you weren't even there.
You're bringing them all back. I forgot I did a quinceañera.
A quinceañera.
And you start just
You're bringing it, flooding.
It's like a horrible. All terrible memories just
coming. They're flooding back.
I also performed at overseas entertaining the troops. I don't know if this was Bosnia. They put us in like a war room where they just had the screens, kind of like Star Trek everywhere, and then like the desks. It wasn't like there wasn't like one desk. It's like one long, like a bar, like layers, kind of like if you walked into a theater. And so there was no place to perform. There wasn't even a spot. So it's like you just had to like walk through the aisles and stand on the desk. And there's no system. There was no microphone. So it's kind of like,
it's like they flew you out for a show and they don't even have a microphone.
No microphone.
Right, but
buy a fucking.
But that's a lot when you go overseas.
God damn it.
Did you guys ever do a strip club?
Yes.
Did you do the one that Chewy used to send us to?
I never
in LA?
have.
Oh, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
you'll like it.
I did Giggles and Jiggles, which was a show that they did at a strip club. Then they did it at what used to be called the Key Club, and so then it was porn stars would go on and do comedy, like Ron Jeremy. That was like the first time he ever got up and did comedy, and so comedians would go on in between, and then he went up. But I was on before him, and I knew he was I hadn't seen him yet. I think he was like in the green room, and Ron Jeremy's Jewish, so I was talking maybe about Passover or whatever, and I said, listen, I would invite Ron Jeremy to my house for Seder, but I'm afraid he's already fucked Elijah. And then when I went downstairs to meet Ron Jeremy, he had me sit on his lap, and I was like, can I get chlamydia from someone's lap? And then I sat on his lap, and he goes, who's this Elijah person? And I was like, okay, good talk. Like, I don't think he knew Judaism that well. So
Elijah.
Who's this Elijah person that I fucked?
He doesn't seem to be a man of God.
No, but it made it for a great holiday card. And that year, I sent out the holiday card where I'm sitting on Ron Jeremy's lap, and he has his arms around me. And then that year, I sent out the card, and it said, Ron and Shawn would like to wish you a happy and healthy new year. And so many friends of mine called. They didn't know who he was. And I got these messages. They were interventions. Shawn, we need to talk about your boyfriend. And then it would be followed by their husbands you fucking rock. That is the best picture.
Yeah. He used to shop at Trader Joe's. I rang him up a few times. He always brought back his cart. And he even borrowed the dolly to do his own carry out and took his water out and brought the dolly back.
Yeah.
Anybody who brings a cart back is
That's a
good thing. I always bring the cart back.
I interviewed these porn stars in Encino for the backstage show of the AVN Awards. AVNs. So I had to go interview the porn stars, the best actresses, and it was just in Encino. It just like literally storage unit. That's where the best of the best are made. And he came in and he was he was just he's always was so fun and he would come to the Improv a lot. And I always feel sad now to hear these stories about him. That they're coming out. It makes me sad.
Something happened.
He's in jail.
Ron Jeremy?
Rape
got
and
in
stuff.
trouble.
The last time I saw Ron Jeremy was at, it was not a holiday party at the Comedy Store. Maybe it was. It was some big party at the Comedy Store, and he was there, and I came face to face with him, and I'm like, Ron! But he was jaundice. I was he definitely has Hep C. He was so yellow.
He doesn't look healthy.
He looked like he was on his last legs.
He could go for a smoothie. Yeah, it's also bro, you're a porn star. Why are you raping, dude? It's
so bizarre.
So crazy.
Was weird. Well,
but it's always the people that shouldn't rape are the ones that rape. I mean, you know what I mean? They have everything. Why would
the
they
ones
need
who
to rape?
shouldn't rape? Because there's times people should rape.
Well,
What are we
some
saying
people you
here?
expect to have to rape, no one would have sex with them because they're pathetic. So it's their only hope. But
What?
I'm not saying anyone should rape. Come on, I'm not saying that. I'm making a joke.
What
here.
she's saying is, if you have rape in your loins, go to a massage parlor my first husband.
And it's not penetration if they whack you off. I read that in the New Yorker.
They
so
whack
it's true.
you off.
Everything the New Yorker prince is true.
But it's Bill O'Reilly and stuff. I mean, why? Everybody. And Ron. Bill Cosby. It just freaks me out. Everyone would fuck Bill for nothing.
It is weird because, but again, it's not about sex. It's about power.
Yeah.
And I don't know where Ron Jeremy didn't think he had some type of power because, he was a well-known person in the business.
Yeah. He's pretty much the most famous porn star ever,
I don't
right?
know.
As far as John Holmes.
Yeah.
He's legendary in that world. And there's
Legendary.
5 legends.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
Yeah, it's like Jenna Jameson.
Yeah.
Nina
Hartley.
That is the worst. Also another odd place. It wasn't odd because it was for TV. I got hired once to perform on this Playboy show called Night Calls. Do you remember this show?
No, but I watched the Playboy channel when I wasn't supposed to.
So did I.
Yeah.
So it's basically a show where these two, Jesse James, and it was another porn star, and they would just dress in these hot outfits, and then they take these creepy calls from men, live calls, who are fucking jacking off as they're talking to them. And there was a live audience there. Of course, a live audience of pervs and bleachers. And I don't know how I got convinced to do this show. And I got convinced to do this show because the guy approached me outside the Comedy Store and said, hey, I saw you tonight. We'd love to put you on the show to do stand-up comedy. And I'm like, sure, Playboy Channel, I'm not afraid. And I'm like, am I clothed? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, good for your viewers. They don't want to see all this. And I said, but I'm not sure about it. And he said, well, you be the first woman to do it. And I thought, oh, good. I'm going to do this for women everywhere. And that was the day I set women back 1,000 years. When I accepted this gig, I fucking had no idea. I go to the back dressing room. Everybody's nude. I'm the only clothed. I was like the fat girl who wasn't invited to the party. I was like, who brought the twister? And nobody paid attention to me. And then I remember I saw them do a taping with this comedian. He was on Last Comic Stand. I can't remember his name. Corey something. He was really
Feldman.
funny. Now Corey Feldman, and he did like 10 minutes. It was hilarious, and he did like three of it was like on abortion, and I was laughing. It was dark. It was funny. And then the producer came back to me because I was going to be part of the live show. And he goes, listen, I got to let you know. He goes, that the last comic really crossed the line. And I said, I said, what? And he goes, so just be
They're spitting in each other's hands
said,
right
Get
now.
people everywhere.
I
What
said,
line are you talking about? They're whacking it.
there are girls eating each other's asshole behind the comic. So, like, really, he crossed the line. So I was like, I don't think my shit crosses
That's why you
the
got to
line.
only do hustler shows. That
Exactly.
Playboy fucking pussies.
But I came out and I remember before they bring me out, the two girls, one of them sucked off like a fake prosthetic dick of a guy who's talking dirty to her, or she's talking dirty to him, and she's like dressed as a schoolgirl. And so you can hear the guy fucking come, the prosthetic dick comes all over her, and you're like, from the viewer's way, you look like, you know, you're the dick coming on her. And then the other porn star licks the spooge, the fake video camera prosthetic spooge off
It was
her.
Cinnabon.
And then I'm behind stage. I think I'm this class act coming out. And she turns to the camera and she goes, you know, another person who likes to take cum all over her tits, our next comic, Shawn Pelofsky. And I was like, the camera pans, I come out, I'm like,
What?
and I like walk out, miss the mark. And it was just a train wreck from there.
shit.
Like a live audience of guys holding in boners. And I was just like a deer in headlines.
Fuck.
It was not-
That's definitely that's the pits.
Yeah. But it was weird.
And
And
that's
my
the
mom
one that
watched
Lorne
it.
Michaels was
My
watching.
mom watched it, you know. She's like, what time is this on? Your
like-
brother and I want to see it.
Honey, I didn't know you like cum on your tits.
Yeah. It was a little
This is
odd.
news to me.
Yeah.
How about some challah bread?
Yeah, I ran out like Jodie Foster in The Accused from that taping. It was
That's
filthy.
what that movie's called. I watched that movie when I was like 8. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, too young to see that.
Yeah. Good old pinball
Good old pinball.
machine
Wow.
scene. Dark.
Yeah. They didn't screen movies for children back then. You
Oh
just
my God.
watched
I
whatever was on.
I rented every movie at the video shop by my house when Emily was like 10 years old. She'd seen every movie in the video stores, a small video store. She'd seen everything. So one day I rented Spank the Monkey because a cute little guy on the cover with a funny looking monkey. And I thought it was adorable. And I'm making dinner. She's putting on in the back room. And she comes out like 10 minutes later and she goes, Mom, did you know what's on this movie? I'm like, it's a cute little monkey. It's fucking
The dick monkey.
Spank the Monkey. I was so dumb. I didn't know what Spank the Monkey was.
My mom took me to see Alien. And
That's
I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary as fuck.
It's scary now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my sister and I, and then when the alien popped out of the
Egg.
guy's stomach,
Yeah.
my sister and I were like, "Ah!" You know, we're in the movie,
Yeah.
and my mom turned to us and she said, "You see, that's what happens when kids keep a messy room." So it was like, you know, I always remembered that. It was like, ah,
I've been clean ever since.
yes. That's why I cleaned Vicky's kitchen.
I
Except
do
we
have
don't
to
want
pee
that.
pee. How long we been rolling?
Hour and a half.
and a
Okay.
half
Oh,
hours.
that was crazy, ladies. That was crazy. Normally, I ask that if mainly by myself. How long we been rolling? 30 minutes. I'm like, what? You know. We're gonna wrap this up because I have to pee and
God.
poo poo. No, but that's what a professional I am. At the end of my podcast, we already went there in the beginning, but I have a fun question. I get a story out of my guest of a good pooping of the pants story. And and I know you got a few. What's going on over here? You shit the bed on your wedding night? What's up? Like a good. It doesn't. I mean, I absolutely want it to be from you, but it can be of a friend. Like Eddie If was just on. His buddy shat the floor in front of kids he was babysitting. That was a great story. Not his, but But I want it to be yours. Pooping your pants. When God checked you and you're like, okay, My bad.
I can remember my moment. Vicky, do you want to say yours?
You go first. I can't wait.
Well, I was working on a all gay male cruise. I brought my best friend with me from childhood, Jennifer, and that day we had signed up for an excursion to take a speedboat to the Blue Caves in Montenegro. And the heat was probably about 110 degrees. Ooh. Humidity,
right,
like
for
wise,
diarrhea.
like real. It was. I was set up for failure that day, and we're getting on the boat, and there's probably about 20 guys on the boat.
Good
and
thing
then,
you're on the speedboat with 20 guys.
My friend and I are on the boat, and probably about 1 minute in, I turned to her and I said, I haven't been feeling too well today, and I've got to go to the bathroom, and we're in the middle of the water, like nowhere, and she's like, well, can you hold it? And so I turned to the boat driver and I said, can you, is there a bath? Like, what am I asking a guy in the middle of the water? Like, is there a bathroom we could stop at? No, we're going to and then I said, is there a bathroom at the Blue Caves? The guy looked at me like I was fucking nuts. And so I'm just not engaging any of the men on the boat. Like I have kind of my back and I'm like facing the wind trying to breathe because what's happening to me is like an out of body experience because there's several situations here. A, I feel like I'm going to shit myself. B, I'm in a bathing suit. C, I am on a boat with gay men. And I still have a show to perform that week. And shit travels, like literally shit travels fast on a gay cruise. Like
the comic that shit on the boat.
Yes.
Let's go see what she has to say.
And there were, when somebody on one cruise, a guy shit on the dance floor, took a shit on the dance floor. And that circulated around the boat within 30 seconds.
And no one's fucking that homo, huh?
No. Everybody
Diarrhea
fucked
dick.
that way.
He got me.
It might have been desirable.
So,
don't eat everything at the buffet.
Yeah.
This is a gay cruise.
This is your dessert.
Leave the shrimp cocktail for home.
Everybody knew.
Fuck.
Everybody knew when that guy took a shit on the floor. So I didn't want to be the guy who took a shit on the dance floor. So I held it. I was holding it. We got to the Blue Caves. And everybody jumps in this crystal blue water.
Oh,
everybody.
Shit.
And I'm just sitting on the boat clenching my asshole. Like I'm clenching. I'm dying. I'm trying to think of positive thoughts. It's 1,000 degrees. I'm just drinking water. And I'm just like, is this over? And I know the second part of the excursion is you go to a beach, where there's a bar and things. So I'm just like, if I can just get to that beach, I'm sure that beach has a bathroom. And my best friend, God bless her, boy, is she on Mars. She's having the time, like she has totally forgotten that I'm about to shit myself. She jumps into that water. There's other boats there, other people. And she goes, Shawn, come into the water. And now all the gay guys turn and look at me and they're like, why aren't you coming in? And I'm like, I'm just not. It's that time. Now I'm yelling, I have my period, which I don't, to a bunch of gay, and they'd rather throw up in their mouth than hear that. And I'm thinking and she's like, you can go in the water. Like, you can, no, Jen, the water is crystal blue. Right. I can't take a shit in the water.
Just kick up the sand.
Yeah, like everybody will see.
Oh, look, a sand shark.
So
they didn't have a bathroom on the boat.
No, it was a speedboat.
A speedboat.
There's no
nothing.
Bathroom
on the boat.
We are in the Mediterranean.
There's no door. You can shit
you.
out
I'm
the door
sweating.
like our little tricks.
I'm dying.
There's no hood.
I thought
She's
it
got
was
no
big,
tricks.
Nothing. No tricks. Nothing. Like I thought
She
possibly
doesn't
I'd
even
go
have
into the
pants
water.
she can shit. She's in a bathing suit.
No pants.
Not enough holding power in there.
No
It is
pants.
really spandex.
Not even murky water. The clearest. It's like glass.
Yeah. Too bad it's not
couldn't
in
even-
Los Angeles. That's shit water already.
Right. So we get back on the boat. We get to this beach, which is just rocks and a bar. And I get off the boat hasn't even pulled in. I dive off the boat. I run. I'm screaming, where's the bath? Now I'm just running. I see they point to this one direction. It's an outhouse behind this bar. There's no ceiling. I open the door. I get to this, and it's like a hole. And it's not, I'm going to the bathroom. The door doesn't lock. I've got one foot up holding the door while I am profusely letting it just, it's so bad. It's so bad. People can hear. I'm holding it with my door. It doesn't flush. There's no toilet paper, and gays are breaking down the door. It was like it was such a bad, like people knew. And I was in there for like 25 minutes crying, shitting, screaming, cursing. I get, now where's my best friend? She's frolicking in the water. She's got herself, she's having the time of her life. She's zero help. I finally think like this murderous day is, this torturous murderous day is done with. I go to lay down on like a chaise lounge. I'm laying down on my stomach. I feel this pinch near my asshole. A bee stings me. So that is how my day ended. I must have still smelled like shit because swarms of bees were following me because I
had to pollinate the flower.
Yeah.
Circle of life.
Yeah. Shawn, what are you doing in there? Yeah, that.
I'm shaving.
Yeah. So I left that for everybody. It was a bad day.
Should have just shit with the sharks.
Yeah. Montenegro. I will never go back. There's probably just a big picture of me going, watch out for this shitter.
Watch out for the great shit of Montenegro.
I
Feels like I wasn't supposed to say that word.
I feel like I should just keep the boat thing going. I have so many times I've shit my pants stories. It's hard to choose one. But
have you ever shit on another person on accident?
That's anal,
Thinking
Vicki.
back.
No, not that way. I meant
No.
like you sprayed a guy's foot.
In this case, there was some spreadage. In this case, what happened was, and it's just my other boat, because she has a boat, and this particular one was on a boat, and we were fishing. I was with my first husband, and we were in Fish Lake, Utah, and I'm very regular. I go in the morning every day. And we'd been eating a lot, like a catfish fish fry the night before, and a lot. So like corn bread, corn salad, and a lot of catfish. And so I was on this boat, and I'm like, I need to go shit. And we were pretty far away. And I go, I'm just going to shit off the side. And he goes, no, you can't do that. So I'm like, I can't. But I was obedient back then. I was very obedient. I'm like, okay. So finally, like, all of a sudden, there was like a little whipple, and I went and shit, and then I had to pull my pants off, and then I kind of shook it, and then a little bit got on him, and he was really the kind of guy that he had to wash you before you had sex, and so he was very anal like that, and so he had little shits on him, and then I am thinking I'll rinse off my pants in the water. Mm-hmm. And so then I put them in the water, and then a bunch of fish came, and then the guys on the shore are seeing me do this, and they think I'm chumming, and they're yelling, "No chumming! That's illegal, bitch! Stop chumming!" And I'm like,
I shit my pants. It's shit.
And then what happened was a bunch of fish came, and then I got panicked, and I dropped my pants. That way I have nothing. And that guy was much thinner than me, so I could not borrow his pants. So I had just like a shirt. He had a shirt. So what am I gonna do when we get back to the dock, and I have to get off the boat without pants? And his father, Elmer, was waiting for us.
They made glue?
He made glue. That guy made a lot of glue.
Good family.
So like we had to yell, go get something to wrap Vicki in, and he took forever, and I had to wrap something, 2 or 3 shorts around me, because nothing would fit, and just get off the boat with my ass, and
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, it was,
that's
at
a
least
good one. You got a little
fishing.
chunk of shit on you.
No bee sting in your asshole, huh?
No,
I
no
shit-
gays, just Elmer.
I shit a chunk. I shit in Salinas, California.
It sounds like a Janis Joplin's. I shit a chunk in
Salinas, California. Diesel dad no toilet paper.
There's a new verse for that song that I'm gonna sing.
Shat my pants in
That's great.
Arkansas. This is what
So what happened in
saw.
Salinas?
Oh, and I told the story a bunch, but it's a good epic shit story. I guess I'll tell it again. I owed my cousin some money, and we were selling my father's beers and sodas to construction workers. We're little kids. I put a sign around her neck, Little Rascal style, and be like, and then we'd sell, and then I owed her like a small amount of money, but which was $1 million when you're 12 years old. It was like $12, 13, I don't know, $6. It wasn't much. And she's like, we're at a restaurant. She's like, eat that whole jalapeno, and you don't owe me any money. And I was a little kid, and I was like, all right. So I just like went, and then just swallowed it and didn't really think of the aftermath. So then we're driving on the freeway, and it's just like every fucking movie you've ever seen in your life. I'm just like, hey, pull over, pull over, pull over, pull over. Yeah. And then like, we're on the freeway, you're not pulling over. I'm like, pull over. And then the hotel's right there, but there's a restaurant first. And I was like, go to that restaurant. Like, I'm not going to make it there. Restaurant's closed. Go to the hotel, one in the room. I don't have the key. Run back down, go to the pool bathroom. Like this, frantic, sweating. Ah! Run to the pool bathroom. Need a fucking key or a code. Go back. Get the thing. Go back to the pool bathroom. Make it. Bend down to shit. Volcano explosion. Just shit. Shit. Jalapeno explosive diarrhea. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. The Bob Saget part of Dumb and Dumber 2. There's shit everywhere. I cleaned it up for like an hour and a half. My cousin... Natalie and my sister Nicole were swimming, and everyone forgot about me. We're a large Mexican family. You know, lose one kid, there's 19 more. Right. It doesn't matter. And then I just hear them. I hear them, and I'm like, and I'm a little kid, you know, and I'm like, Nicole, is that you? And then I was like, can you bring me some underwear? And they still make fun of me to this day. They're like, can you bring me some underwear?
Like a Pollock painting, huh?
And then they just go, Phil, is that you? That's my middle name. And then they're like, oh my God. And then they just laughing and make fun of me. They bring me underwear. They have hearts. But then I get out. And by the way, I cleaned up. That's how I know I'm a decent person. I cleaned that shit up. Right. And I used every paper towel, every toilet paper square, every seat cover for the amount of shit. There was streak marks everywhere. Oh, wow. And so I opened the door, and everyone's nosy, you know, my mom, my aunt, my cousin, like, what happened? And they just see skid marks, like, above my head. They're like, how did you even get it that high? Mm-hmm. And then I had a chunk of shit on my toe because I was wearing sandals.
You say I have a powerful anus.
He's got caca on his toe, and they call me like shit foot or something.
Shit foot.
And they told that story for years at parties, and still to this day, it's my most epic poop story.
Craig, I hope to bring you up on stage one day. Like, please put your hands together.
Shit foot.
Shit foot.
Yeah.
This is a t-shirt opportunity, man.
Shit foot.
I'd buy a shit foot shirt.
Hashtag shit foot.
Shit foot. I fucking love it. This has been a blast, ladies. We will tag all your social medias, but please plug it all right now.
Oh, our new podcast, Trailer Park Diaries. Yeah, we try to do at least one shit story with every we're lacking. No, you know that'd be so hack. That'd be so hack of you.
We tried to call it community service, but it didn't. Somebody
took
it.
Story.
Yeah, but no, it's real fun. We've had a great time doing it. Trailer Park Diaries.
Yeah, Trailer Park
and your
Diaries.
Tour dates, upcoming tour dates. We get some viewers. We get some listeners.
Yeah, please come see me in Atlanta. Come see me in London, Atlanta.
And we'll tag all your socials.
The Moose
and
Club,
websites.
Oceanside, and the AA meeting everywhere.
818. I don't know why I said that. That's the valley. Anyways, hey, how are you?
I'm good.
And
Shitfoot.
Shitfoot, sorry.
Shitfoot. I want the Shitfoot tour.
I do too.
Can you name your next comedy special? Can you name it Shitfoot?
I think I will.
It's got to be.
I think I will.
Nothing less.
Could you call it? I mean, would they let it?
How about Kakato?
Oh, that's sweet. That could be
PG version.
Ages, all ages. Kakato.
I love that. That's
Diarrhea.
Yeah.
Foot. I was trying to think of another name of a foot, and I that's all I got. Yes.
Foot, heel. I don't know. I'm married to Shitfoot.
You are too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I really am.
It's really beautiful.
You got any dates you want to plug?
Yeah. Well, you can always catch me at the world famous comedy store.
Oh, yeah.
Perform regularly there.
She opens up every Friday, Saturday, or
it just varies.
Varies. Okay.
Yeah, varies when I'm in town.
I see you up there always. That makes me smile. God bless.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, you a real one.
Real supportive. Craig.
These OGs right here, they help me.
That's right.
You help me out. I remember
likewise.
I just love you, and you were nice to me, and you helped me out. And I was like, I love you forever, lady.
Yeah, I feel that way about you too. So yeah, and you can catch me, or you can check out my website, hahachick, HAHACHICK.com to find out where I'm performing next.
Yes. And please like and subscribe. You know the algorithms. We say crazy things. We say torpedo, fuck the government. You know, they don't like that.
The
Put
rape
on-
stuff is
put
going
your
to
little-
get us in real trouble
Yeah,
this week.
I know.
Shit.
She's making
Sorry
fun
about
of
that.
Thanos. We're getting canceled.
You brought up Thanos.
Well, I hope you enjoyed having your podcast until we were on it. It's,
I
very
love
last
the guy. Of
episode
course,
was
this-
today.
This is cracking.
Exactly.
We started out hot out the gates. Anyways, that has been our pod. I love you all. Please check these ladies out. With all links will be provided. Check out their new podcast, Trailer Park. I forgot what it was. called.
Diaries. Diarrheas.
Diarrheas.
Trailer Park Diaries.
That's our name.
Worst host ever. Check out their. I almost said
shit
Trailer
fest.
Park Boys. I used to watch that. It's a great show. It's a great show. You know that show?
Oh, I love
It's
it.
a good
Yeah,
show.
I live that
God bless.
life.
The real deal, not a TV show.
Trailer
Anyway,
Park
I love you all. Thank you so much. God bless. Peace.